Alright guys, so in this video we're heading to Ubley Unglued, Ubley Dragway. It's an 8th mile event. It's obviously a no prep, front side type thing. So I'll kind of foreshadow this before we get into the pass. The track looked really sticky. They said that it was scraped. Their definition of scraped was still has rubber down. Usually when you scrape for a no prep, it's down to the concrete, but it looked like it had just been sprayed the night before, and you could still get your feet to stick to it. So it was, I was going into first round assuming to throw the kitchen sink at this car to try to make it past first round, because there's other cars out there that obviously make more power than I do. And I put a tune-up in it that I thought was either going to wheelie or white smoke the tire. It's still... I've done some testing on the car, obviously, but it's not to the point where I know if I do this, it'll do this type thing. And we just continually make changes so that I never really have a baseline. But anyways, we will get into the video and then we'll talk about it afterward. Alright guys, so as you've seen, I didn't make it past first round. I'm to the point where I feel like the car has some sort of issue because it just will not 60 foot. So to talk you guys through the tune-up there at Ubley, I had a 10-pound, I was leaving on 10 pounds at 4,200 RPM. And the ramp was like 1 second to basically gate closed, which it didn't do that either. It made like 25 pounds. But, you know, what I don't really understand and that I'm trying to work through right now is that it dead hooked the tire. If you guys go back and watch the footage, it dead hooked on 10 pounds and it was just like blah, out to 60 to 100 feet, and then it started going. I almost feel like it's a converter slash dump valve issue, and maybe you guys do or don't know, but I have a dump valve and it's just wired in on the trans brake, and I know that's a no-no, and I'm trying to I guess reverse that and try to do some testing to see if I have a dump valve hung open or if I have a converter that's hurt. Last year this car would pull the wheels on, it was making way less horsepower, same starting line ratio, and it would pull the wheels. And this is like, it wrinkles the tire, but it's not going. So I was hoping that it would, I don't know. I was hoping that the tune-up that I put in the car would prove me wrong, because going into this, I had thoughts that there's something wrong with the converter. And this car has never tried to wheelie. It's never tried to white smoke a tire off the line. And it almost seems like it's getting worse because at Stanton, when I was testing at Mid-Michigan Motorplex, it did a best of 136 60 foot at 9 pounds with a 1.7 second ramp to 18 or 19. And now I turn it up to 10 pounds and basically a 1 second ramp, and it did make that boost at 1 second, and it's just not, I don't know, it's not mile an houring, it's not like going, it's not hitting the tire like I want. And I don't know, it all just kind of points back to, I looked over the logs and I checked over a few things, and I took the night off just to try to think through some stuff. And my thought process is that the dump being open and shutting the same times that the trans brake is possibly is the issue. So what I did was unplug the dump valve solenoid and tried it on the trans brake. I don't ever remember this car flashing to more than like 3,500 on the converter on the brake, and now it does 4,200 no problem. So I was kind of thinking maybe it's first gear issue, but it doesn't like back up when you bump it or anything, like a band issue, which I haven't even checked the band. It's not really that big of a deal, I guess. But the trans fluid doesn't smell burnt. There's just so many things, and I've got a game plan. What I plan to do is unhook the dump valve, and then I'm going to take the dump valve inlet line that comes from the main pressure of the valve body, and I'm going to run a set screw in that 6 AN to 6 O-ring boss. Run a set screw in it. Effectively, even if the valve is leaking, it will cap that pressure relief. I thought about putting one of those stupid little caps on there, but them things always seep and stuff, so that's my plan, is to put a set screw in the AM fitting, and I'm going to buy another AM fitting just so that I don't have to ruin the one that came with it, because they're nice quality ones. And then I'm going to probably take it out to a track somewhere and I guess try it out, and hopefully it gives me answers. I was about this close to sending a log to Pete Nichols at Circle D. I don't want to bother. I hate bothering people when I'm not ready to buy something, and I am not ready to buy a new converter for this car. I might need one, but I've spent so much money in the last couple days. I don't think I've told the YouTube audience. I bought a FT600 Fuel Tech. I still need to buy the wiring harness and stuff. Behind the camera, new QA1 mod series shocks for the rear. So like I'm just spending, like throwing fistfuls of money at this car, and if I'm gonna buy a converter, it's gonna be the best that I can feasibly afford, which is a bolt together. And what else can you do? Just, so that's the tentative plan, is to take it back out eventually. I'm gonna take a break from the car because it's just so just draining. Like I'm not enjoying dragging it somewhere, and it does that, which I've been kind of bouncing ideas off of other people. And if you do have any advice, if you think it's a converter, if you've had something like this happen, and you want to post in the comments, I'm all ears. But from what I've been talking to other people with similar setups, and this obviously it's a pretty generic setup, 5.3 with the S480 with a glide, and people are telling me that So at Stanton, I did a 136 60 foot. At Ubley, it did a 146 60 foot with a shorter ramp. And I've looked through the video, slow motion, frame by frame, and I cannot see where the tire like slipped or rotated. It dead hooked. And I don't know. From everything that I've talked to other people, like it should run a 136 60 foot on like 5 pound leave. And I don't know if that's just like somebody like pulling my leg or what, but I mean, it seems like I'm trying so hard to get the car to mile an hour out the back because I can't get the thing to 60 foot. So eventually when I get some more money stacked up, I'll probably talk to Pete and probably go that route. I mean, unless we find out that the dump valve is leaking internally, which once I test it next time, it will, you know, give me a yes or a no. But for now, I guess it's just all in the dark. I've got a couple videos planned. My girlfriend / editor is going on vacation, so I've got a couple videos planned while she's gone. And then back to testing, I guess. Yeah, I just need a break. Just enjoy something other than this thing because it just seems like work now. But I'm excited to test the new shocks. It's just another change that we're going to have to overcome and learn and figure out. So bear with me if you think if you feel like I'm not getting anywhere with the car. I feel the same way. I feel like I should be at least a half second faster than this car is right now. But it's a learning process. Obviously, not many people are using this chassis and stuff, so it's not like a copy-paste setup. And even if I can get the motor to run it, sometimes the chassis is not excited about doing that job, and just is what it is, I guess. Some people learn slower, and I'm probably one of them. But I appreciate you guys if you've watched to this point. Hopefully I can get a win for you guys and just show you the car doing what it's supposed to be doing soon. So thank you, and I'll see you next time.